Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Inside Cornerstone, your weekly look at everything going on at Cornerstone First Global Methodist Church here in Alexander City, Alabama. I'm Brett Pritchard alongside Billy Coleman, the pastor, the do-it-all, the waymaker, everything. You got it going on.
The screw up, the old person.
I was going to leave those out, but since you said
Well, yeah, but that money I paid you, that's why you're going to.
that dollar bill don't go very far.
Oh, I know. It used to though, but I can't buy anybody.
You can go buy a drink with that.
I can't buy anybody off.
I'll have to tell a quick little story, being funny. You know, at Easter, everybody hunts Easter eggs and get together with families and stuff. And we're at Kim's side of the family after lunch, and had her smaller kids, cousins, all. Then we hide the eggs, and everybody goes and looks for them. And there was a prize egg, and one of them that nobody had found. And they asked Kim's dad, what's in the prize egg? And because everybody else was back out there looking for it, he said, well, it's $5 bill in there. And one of the little girls said, well, it's only a $5 bill.
I believe that.
I mean, and she didn't mean it that way, but it's like, I mean, she's kind of right. I'm like, $5 don't get you much anymore.
My 4 grandchildren, before they left, were saying, "Yeah, well, I got $60." I said, $60, and then the other one said, "I got 72." I said, 72, and then the other one said, "I got 80 something." I said,
"There's a lot of money up for grabs."
Yeah, I said, "I've got to go get a job."
Hey, let me tell you, when I hunted Easter eggs, it was a boiled egg that you just glad to find an egg.
You were lucky to get a Reese cup.
Now we got to make incentives. Now we got to have plastic egg stuffed with stuff to give everybody incentives.
We had close to 7,000 eggs.
That's unbelievable.
And I looked out there, and the ground was just covered in eggs.
If you could not find an egg out there, you got problems. So,
but it was fun. We had a blast.
It was a great
Okay, I get to tell my story?
Yeah, I'll go.
So I'm walking down towards the big house, and, of course, the Jacob's Ladder kids are out there going crazy. They're having a Easter egg hunt. Well, you know, several of them ran to the fence and said, "Hey, Mr. Billy," kind of like that. Well, you know, I do a lot of stuff with them, and usually that's a positive thing.
Right.
When they, "Hey, Mr. Billy," like that. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" Here it comes. "What are you doing here?" And I said, I'm going down here to the big house for a few minutes." Said, "You need to go. Don't get our eggs," like that.
Oh, they're getting
what I told them?
Getting defensive.
You know what I told them?
What'd you say?
I said, "I'm coming. I'm going to get every one of your eggs. I'm going to take them all to my house. So y'all might as well just quit looking for them." Our parents are not going to lie.
You like the Grinch.
Well, when you get treated like the Grinch, act like the Grinch. No, it was fun.
We had a good headline. Pastor steals all kids' eggs. Easter egg. Takes all the eggs away.
Oh, that was so funny. And they did that until I was out of sight. You need to go on.
They were just wanting you out of there.
They were.
So
it kind of hurt.
Well, I mean, again, everybody's defensive now. Everybody's got territory.
I guess I've become part of that crew. Lord of mercy, what am I doing?
We did have the last couple of weeks, though, been great. You know, they had the Easter egg hunt last Sunday on Palm Sunday, and then this past week was Holy Week. Let's start there. Let's talk about the services Monday through Friday.
241 services.
There was a lot of services this past week.
You know, Brett, they were very well attended. It was a real blessing. I can't really describe it, but I would say at the lunch groups, and, you know, the ladies fixed just perfect lunches afterwards. And I mean, I would say pretty much 50 people at every one of them. And, you know, there were 9 of them.
Right.
And real meaningful. We had our Thursday night communion service, and, you know, of course, we took communion, and then we had the Good Friday service. And I wondered about Good Friday. You know, people had stuff going on, and tournaments were going on, ball tournaments and stuff.
There's all kinds.
Well, we had a great crowd there, and, you know, we blackened the church before we left, and then we had a really great sunrise service. It was well attended. And we had, it was at the big house. Right. We had a cross inside, and I did a little devotional thought at 6:00. We had one song, then I did that. But now it's about 6:16, and I've been checking the mornings.
I know you. You've been right on top of it.
Man, we went outside, and it was just getting light perfect. And we had a cross over there where there was a huge tree blooming out. I mean, it was beautiful, dogwood tree.
Oh, yeah.
And it was old. It's as old as I was. And that means it had holes.
You try to bait me.
It was old, gnarly,
You try
and
to
stuff
bait
like
me
that.
into saying stuff that's bad, and I just bite my tongue over
So
here.
we had the cross there in front of that beautiful tree, and we sang a song, told a little story, had a prayer. It was, and then we went inside. Of course, we ate. You know, and they fixed.
There's one thing about coming to Cornerstone: you will not leave hungry.
And there's no message on fasting. And then, I just want everybody to know that.
No, you leave the Daniel plan. We're not teaching the Daniel plan, but you leave the sunrise service and you come over to the harbor and there's another spread.
I ain't thought of that.
It's a spread every time you walk in a building.
That's right. But, and you can always find a few eggs that didn't get found and eat some of that candy if you want it.
If the kids ain't boxed you out for
yeah,
it,
that's
so
right.
They're not leaving any out there.
It was great though. We say all that Christ is risen, and it was absolutely. They were all beautiful services, and our crowds were wonderful at our two services. Of course, Brett, you were at the Arbor service, and a lot of people there that we didn't know, and I think we established some new relationships. So
we need that. And look, we talked about this last week. We said, Easter Sunday would be full all over this country, and it was.
I think so.
The weather was gorgeous. Had a great day for people to come out, and I think the message you had maybe the previous Sunday before is what is it going to look like, the following Sunday and the Sunday after. Well, of course, we got another big Sunday coming up, so it's not.
I know how it's going to look this Sunday.
It's going to be
right?
packed again for Jacob's Ladder. We'll talk more about that in a little
All
bit.
right.
But I do think you issue a challenge that a lot of pastors and to Christians out there that, your relationship with God's not just on Easter Sunday or on Christmas.
No.
It's an ongoing deal.
It's long term.
I taught a Sunday school class, for a long time, and one of the points I made about going to church, and there's times you can't be at church. You may be on a trip or something like that, but when you get to a place where you wake up on Sunday morning and you go, I'm probably going to sit this one out. I'm tired. It's been a long week. Or you're looking for excuses of why. Well, do you do that with your job? You got to go to your job to get your, check to make your livelihood. Probably not going to sit that out, right? Or ball game on Saturday, your favorite football team, you got tickets. You going to wake up and you going to sit that out? Probably not. Probably going to find a way, even if you stayed up late on Friday night, that you're going to make it down to wherever it is that you're going to watch the football game on Saturday. Or, if you got a gathering with some friends on the weekend and it's been a long week at work, you going to miss that because you're tired? Probably not. That's. You
got a good sermon going on right now, Ben.
Well, I mean, I taught that Sunday school class, and I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It has to do with prioritizing.
Sure.
And why would you look at Sunday any different than anything else that you look at?
Right.
And again, not making it a priority. You should be on fire to want to go to church. You shouldn't be looking at reasons why you stay home. You should be looking at reasons why you need to get there early. And you're so on fire for what's going on in church and your relationship with God. You want to be there, not trying to figure out ways to sit it out. You need a day off and looking for a day off. So that's just something we talked about one time.
Amen.
So
I agree. Totally.
Show up,
My guys they needed to be at practice for us to be able to play a game.
You want to play on Saturday? I want to play on Friday night? You got to be there.
And this we know, Jesus does show up every Sunday.
Every Sunday, whether you do or not.
That's right.
So, up against our first break. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett.
Billy?
And I'm Matt.
And we want you to join us each week for Inside Cornerstone. Coach, Matt, excited to have this show on every single day throughout the week leading up to Sunday.
Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in everything we do. You won't just be listening to messages. You're going to be hearing about things going on at our church.
And make sure you join us at our worship services 9 and 11 o'clock.
Join us each week right here on Inside Cornerstone on WAXC TV.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone. I thought the first segment had a great conversation on, Easter, kind of recapping the Holy Week and the great services we had, and but getting back to the point of, what does your relationship look like after Easter, after you've celebrated, Christ, rising back into heaven and being our Savior, and all, you just go back to your normal routine. And I was kind of telling you about a Sunday school lesson about making choices and making things a priority. And why would you look at going to church any different? Anything else you look at in life, if anything, you ought to make that maybe a higher priority. But there's a lot of external things going on in our society right now that are making it even more difficult for the kids that we're raising, that the things that they're seeing that maybe the foundations of our country are going by the wayside, or they're being pushed to the side.
But Christianity's under attack, and it's been that way for a while. But I think we're seeing it done more in America than we've ever seen. But it's always been attacked out there, but we kind of prided ourselves. It's on our money. It's in our pledge.
Right.
We're one nation under God.
And there's been fights to get all that removed.
It's being attacked. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Me being a coach, I think about out on the West Coast, a team goes out on the field and they kneel down to say a prayer. And their coach, out of respect for the law, doesn't go into the huddle. Now, I got right in the middle of ours,
Right.
I respect him. I see what he was doing. So he's off 20 yards on another place in the field while they're saying the Lord's Prayer here at the 50. He's over here on the 30 by himself on a knee. He's saying the Lord's Prayer, and they fire him. They fired that coach.
They fired him.
His FCA, he was an FCA person. They fired that coach because
Why?
he was in a public venue and he exercised his faith on paid time.
But that's his personal. That's him personally. He wasn't forcing anybody to do anything.
No. But he was, and I agree with you. I agree with you.
I know.
But
I know.
their reasoning was he was on this Board of Education's time because they were paying for that time, and he was doing it in a venue full of students and stuff like that. Now, when that happens, does that not say how far we've come under attack?
I'm going to add one more to it. Of course, I do a daily sports show, and there was one thing I was proud of a couple of weeks ago in Nashville when Auburn decided to stay out for the national anthem. And, look, it was noticed. Florida didn't. And I found out that Auburn was the only team throughout the whole tournament that stayed on the floor.
Are you kidding?
For the national anthem. And so last night, as you're watching this week, Iowa played LSU in women's Elite Eight.
The great player from Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
by the way. It's phenomenal. Had 41 points, by the way. So
That is phenomenal.
But Iowa stayed on the court, and LSU decided to go back in the locker room. Now, there's been a lot of pushback about, well, that's been their routine all year, that, they come out and they do this. And, teams go in and out of the locker room a couple times. But as you know, at Auburn, and I'm not making this an Auburn deal. I'm just using this as an example. But at Auburn, they stay out for the national anthem.
They do. I'm there watching.
So all the pregame stuff is centered around the timing. The coaches, and they time all that when you come out for your initial warm up, and you go back and you come back out and warm up as the clock's running down, and then you go sit on the bench, or you choose to go back in the locker room one more time and then come out to get recognized.
They also have their hand over their heart.
They do. So, but anyway, going back to LSU, this was brought up last night, and a lot of people noticed it. And on social media, LSU's catching a lot of flack for not being out there. And to me, it's the appearance more than anything. It's you got one team out there being reverent and observant and paying their honor to
those that died for us to have that right.
Right. And then you got a group that's absent. And so to me, look, you can spin it. I said it on my show today. I said you can spin it however you want to spin it, but you're an American in this country, and that right was the right for you to go into the locker room was given to you by the people that fought for that flag.
Exactly.
But we've gotten to the point in society we want to spin everything now to where it's an option to where you want to do that or not, or there's more background to why the flag, and it's got undertones of oppression and stuff like that. Whereas we've allowed that to be shaped. And the same thing with Christianity. We've allowed, the assault on Christianity by not standing up and, applaud that guy for doing what
Absolutely.
he did. But this is what we're dealing with. But not just an assault on Christianity, but we got an assault on our country.
Absolutely.
And as you mentioned, everything that the country was founded on, you look at our money, and you look at everything was founded, on with God backing everything. So,
Our privileges and rights were bought and paid for by men and women that died for us so that we could have those rights and privileges. And for us to take that and look down when the national anthem is being played at the ground instead of looking up there at the American flag, it just drives me crazy. We should be so respectful. We've got a place here in Alexander City that you can walk down to the Bill Nichols Center, and there's veterans all over the place, many of which made tremendous sacrifices, left their homes
They did.
and their jobs,
They did.
and they got in a stinking foxhole somewhere, and they put their life on the lines so we could have these privileges. And what are we going to do in return?
Spit.
It's like,
It's
come
basically
on.
spitting in their face.
Oh,
But again, last night, I'm not going to get into debate on that, but I said it on my show. It's you can choose to be the program that's out there, or you can choose to be the program that's in the locker room. Now, Florida did the same thing with Auburn in the SEC championship tournament game. You look down, it was odd. I don't guess I'd ever recognize, but Florida wasn't out there, and they even had some Florida fans come up, after the game, and they go, "You know what, man? I don't like that at all. That's not who we are." Right. And I'm like, and they were giving kudos to Auburn. They're like, "Look, man, proud that you guys do that and have enough respect for our country to give honor."
That's what's going to have to happen. There's going to have to be consequences. And I appreciate the Florida fans that responded that way.
They were mad about it.
And by the way, let's make sure Brett and I have talked about this. We're not going to be political on this show.
We're not.
This is not political. This is patriotism. This is the American flag. This is Christ and Christianity and the right to be able to express your faith in a country that was literally founded on that.
Well, that's where we're going with it. It's the only reason we brought this up is that the foundations of God built this country, and we're going away from it. Mm-hmm. That's why I use that example. I'm not trying to go down a sports rabbit hole. I'm not trying to get into a political fight. It's just everybody that lives in this country ought to be American. They ought to be prideful in the flag. They ought to be prideful in what that flag stands for, not allow people to come in and spin it in a different, well, that doesn't really mean that. Well, no. I mean, anybody can go out and come up with their own rationale for anything, but the American flag is what it is.
We fought this battle in Coleman County with an organization, an atheist organization that tried to do some of that kind of stuff, and it was eye-opening. It was unbelievable, but I mean, here's what I said, Brett, privately, and I'm saying it in front of a lot of people. I hope we do have a lot of people watching. I think.
I think we do.
But I told them they were trying to stick their enema somewhere, and they stuck it in the wrong county. You better not stick it in Coleman County, because I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. You talk about patriotism.
Right.
I mean, it spurred on a response to it that made me proud.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to apologize to anybody for that flag.
You shouldn't.
Because I'm going to tell you this.
No.
Because I have had family. You've had family.
Yeah.
Everybody in this country at some point knows somebody or has a family member that fought in some battle or war to defend our
I've got my dad's flag.
Well, we've lost a lot of our patriotism because of we've allowed groups to place doubt in people's minds about what it really is, and it's just sad. So anyway, but I'll never apologize for wanting to honor our country.
Loving this country.
Well, that's right. And
shouldn't.
And being thankful that we have opportunity to live in a country where we're not oppressed.
Yeah.
We complain about things and all, but you still have the freedom to do what you want to do in this country for the most part.
God bless America.
Yeah, no doubt. And there's a reason we say that. It's a reason 4th of July is one of the biggest holidays we have in this country.
That's right.
So, up against another break. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone. Couple segments left in today's show. Want to remind everybody, go to our website at cornerstone-fgmc.org to check us out. Go to our Facebook page and check us out there each week. All of our updates, everything that we've got going on in the life of the church, going to be in those two places. And you can go back and watch our services there, which are archived. So if you weren't with us on Easter Sunday, go back and watch either the Arbor service or the Green Street service. You can do that. Didn't have film on the sunrise service, but we do have video of
It was beautiful. I mean, the sunrise. And, the youth center is just tremendous.
Just a great venue.
And we talked a little bit about some of the characters of the Easter story and then the message. And I hope before we finish our show,
right,
I'd love for us to talk just a minute about doubts and how we as a church should approach doubts and not let doubts drive a wedge between us and God, but allow God to use our doubts to bring us closer to Him.
Let's talk about it, because actually what we've just talked about for the first two segments
is a wedge.
Well, what do we?
It's there,
what's tearing our country down? Doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
right.
You're incorporating doubt.
That's right.
Into the next generation about what things stand for.
Well, I'd love to talk about it.
Well, your sermon was about doubt.
It was.
So talk about it a little bit.
Well, we took a look at some scriptures that I think were a little bit surprising. And I'll just use one as an example, but there's actually several. And if you look closely at the scripture, every single person doubt. It's not just Thomas. Yeah, Thomas had his story in there, but Mary went to the tomb thinking that somebody had stolen the body, not that he was resurrected. But one of the most unbelievable scriptures, Jesus appeared 13 times after he was resurrected in different venues, one time in front of 500 people.
Right.
So he's there. He's with the disciples. They're seeing him. They're touching him. And so he's going up into heaven now. He's ascending into the sky. And he gives the Great Commission, go into all the world and baptize men and women in the name of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I'll be with you. There's a little phrase at the end of that scripture with him going up into the sky in front of the disciples who've seen him for 40 days. And it says, and some doubted. And you just, what? Some doubted. And so what we tried to portray in the message was that doubts are part of life, and the scripture recognizes doubts. Every single person in that wonderful story of the resurrection had doubts about Jesus truly being resurrected. And the point we tried to make is that faith, it's all about faith.
Right.
And faith does not disintegrate doubt. Faith overcomes doubt. Faith is not the absence of doubt. Faith is overcoming doubt. And in every one of those cases, Brett, all those people in the story that had those doubts, what did they end up doing? They were martyred for Christ. They started churches. Peter, who doubted, couldn't walk across the water. Jesus said, "Why do you doubt?" and denied him 3 times. Jesus walked to him when he was on the beach in the resurrection story and rekindles his fire. And Peter preaches sermons to 5,000 men except Christ. He is the rock of the church. They say he was crucified upside down because he didn't want to die like Jesus. So, and all of that scripture, and here's the point too, by the way. The church today, and let's start with Cornerstone, we need to let people feel like they can express their doubts and ask hard questions. Because who else is going to help them work through their doubts but the church?
Right.
But a lot of times we're afraid to do that because somebody's going to think badly of us, and we think badly of ourselves. And statistics show that many people leave the church because they cannot deal with these doubts. They can't get past it. Well, and all these youth we got coming to our church, they need to ask them. And we need to try to answer.
Well, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. That's how you find out
that's
information.
Right.
And I think you're right though. There's a lot of times that we, rightfully or wrongfully or whatever, unintentionally maybe is the best word, kind of put people in position when they ask questions, you make them feel like, well, man, I'm not going to ask that again.
No, we look at them like, what?
Yeah,
why are you here?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And I'm not just talking about in the church. I'm talking about in society.
Yes.
I've had, going back to my days at the college and, being out talking to high school kids and talking to 80 to 100 to 200 kids at a time, and you go through a spiel and you go, anybody got any questions? And everybody's afraid because they're afraid of what everybody's going to
say. It's a stupid
question.
Well,
and I always made sure to tell everybody there's no such thing as a stupid question, dumb question. There may be some that are a little bit, but anyway.
And those are usually jokes.
But after when the program or whatever it was that we were doing, it never failed. I'd have 6, 7, 8 people come down. Hey, I was afraid to. I didn't really want to ask this in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Can you help me with this? And well, can you?
I know this is a dumb question.
Right, they do. They come up, but I mean, literally, that happens in society. And
it does.
The worst place for you to have doubt about, things and be fearful about asking questions is in the church.
Oh yeah.
Because look, let's be honest about it. Faith is what makes you a Christian.
It is.
It's not. Even though Jesus came back and he told the disciples, he showed them, he said, well, what else you want me to do? And they still doubted. There's a lot of things in the Bible that you just go, I've got to believe. I believe because I believe. Mm-hmm. And you don't have hard evidence of this or that. Or there is maybe not an explanation for this that you would want, like an earthly explanation.
But your faith allows God to pull you through it and work and overcome
Sunday.
it.
Yeah, you said that Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the biggest part is that phrase you used is that's what faith really is. It gets you through the doubt. It doesn't.
It does.
Eliminate the doubt. It gets you through the doubt.
Let me ask you this question. I coached for a long time. You have watched and played and watched, and you've coached too at a lot of sports. Let me ask you this question. Is there a difference between a team that doubts itself and a team that believes in itself? And what does that look like?
I mean, you can tell immediately. You can watch a team in the moment maybe that believed before, and then they got in the game and it didn't work out the way they thought, and then they started doubting there. I mean,
and you
almost
can see it the way they play.
Well, it's almost identical to the story of Peter. I mean, you got a team built up over here that believes in themselves, and they get in the game and it's harder, or their opponent's a little bit better than they thought,
Right.
and it's not going as well, and they start to doubt their own ability, and they fail.
And if you're coaching in that game, you say, uh-oh. Because you
man.
can see it in their eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You can see.
Yeah.
And then some people.
You now have kids come back to the sideline and go, Coach, I can't beat that guy. I can't block that guy, man.
And then other teams believe and they have any doubt,
right.
and they've been well coached to believe in themselves, and they pull the big upset. They beat the number one team and stuff like that.
That's why you play it on the field, not on paper.
That's right.
And that happens all the time.
And that's true in a Christian's
It's such a great comparison.
It is, yeah.
To something in real life, to what we talk about in the Bible,
right, yeah.
With the stories of like Peter and others, where they allowed doubt to creep in, and then Jesus was there to save them.
And hopefully in team sports, your teammates grab you and they get you and say, wait a minute now, come on, let's get back to where we were.
Right,
that is what the church should be doing to those that are doubting is, hey, we're all in this together, and then God comes through and he helps us and we overcome that. And we put those doubts behind us and we start moving forward.
And, again, the worst thing you can do is allow doubt to overcome you.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's so important, like you said, that, if you've got questions, to ask. If you're in a Bible study or if you're in Sunday school. And, that was another thing going back to our Sunday school class that had grown so big. And I remember, back before the split, Tammy told us, she said, you do realize y'all Sunday school class is bigger than some churches. I said, well, maybe, it wasn't by fault of him, but it's just we had grown.
That's great.
And she said, maybe you want to look at maybe doing something where, and there is something to be said when you get a bigger group.
To split.
Yeah, well, not necessarily just to split, but maybe people won't feel as comfortable opening up in a smaller environment.
I understand
as
that.
if you got 50 versus 25 or 20.
That's right.
But anyway, we're going to take our final break of the show. Come back. We'll talk about this Sunday coming up. Got another big Sunday coming up at Cornerstone.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back to Inside Cornerstone, our final segment here today. And again, we're glad that you've joined us. I want to thank our sponsors. We talk about that each and every week, allow us to bring this program to you. We hope you find something positive out of this program in this hour. We have a lot of great things going on in our church. If you're looking for a church home, absolutely would love to have you visit and see what we're all about. And again, if you've got a great church, that's awesome. And, we want to continue to encourage you to support and be faithful members of those churches.
Had three families join our church.
We did have three families join on Easter Sunday, which is great.
That was another neat feature of Easter Sunday.
It was. Just before we go into this coming Sunday, just your final reflection on this past week and as the pastor here, and, just what a great week it was overall.
Well, just overwhelmed with thankfulness to God for the opportunity to be a part of something like that. The Spirit, and it's God's Holy Spirit, so we're not manufacturing this, but the Holy Spirit that's acting through people. And I guess, I don't know whether to tell this story or not, but I think I'll do it.
Why not?
So I had one of my classmates that were there. I think this answers your question. One of my classmates was there. Behind him was a family that was there for the first time. They're building a house, they're moving into the area, and they're looking for churches. So they're back there talking, and they make a comment to each other, say, well, that ticks two of our boxes. And this is before the service ever started. And my friend said, well, what that was about was how friendly everybody was. I mean, remember, this is at Green Street.
Sure.
But it's true at the Arbor, too.
Right.
Before the service starts, people are up talking to each other and how you doing and laughing and cutting up. And that happens in Green Street, too.
It's loud before
It's
service.
Loud, yeah.
There's just a lot of talking.
And we're laughing. Well, they liked it. Because, I came by, but other people came by, and said, we're glad to have you today. And they were just really overwhelmed with that. Well, my friend, who's only been there twice, brought his mother. He turns around, you know what he tells them? He says, before you leave, you're going to have some more boxes checked. And after the service was over, the lady tapped him on the shoulder and said, you're right. we had a lot of boxes checked, and I mean, I think they're going to join. But you asked what was my reaction. I think it's the positive spirit of the church. Everybody's working together. Everybody loves each other, and you can feel it. And so many people talk about that, and it's been a great year. Not that our year goes from Easter to Easter, but it's been a wonderful year, and I just think the opportunity is there for this to continue. And the big question is how can we keep engaging that and moving the direction God wants us to? Because it's really all about Him. But the choir, the music, I mean, it's just beyond good.
Well, again, to go back and kind of put it in relative terms, Easter is the Super Bowl of the Christian calendar.
Yeah.
So everybody gets up for the Super Bowl. Everybody gets up for, but then what are you going to do?
Eat some food.
What are you going to do in the middle of May, or first couple weeks of June, or those long days in July
when the lake starts?
Right. And again, but I'm just saying that.
Sure.
What are your plans for that? Are you going to let other things, trump what you're doing? In your walk with Christ, because of convenience or because of whatever the calendar says. And again, I know everybody can't be at church every Sunday, and look, and that it's not just about walking in the doors of a church, and that doesn't make you who you are with Christ. But you come to church to celebrate and honor Him. That's the whole point of doing that. But not allowing worldly things to get in the way of your walk with Christ. You're going to take family trips. You're going to be out of pocket sometimes. There's going to be things that prevent you from physically being in church on any given Sunday. But for the most part, is church and your relationship with God going to be a priority for you in 2024?
I'm going out on a limb, and I'm going to say yes. It is going to be a priority. The church is moving in a direction that I think is not going to stop, because I think God is in the lead. He's the one that's leading. It's His Holy Spirit. And I think that when He begins to be removed from the focus, that's when those type of things happen.
Right.
And I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't either. No. I mean, again, if you look at it from a 1 year, the beginning of the church to now, how many people have joined on top of what we already had? So the church is going to continue.
And when I'm out in the community, just walking around at ball games or the things that I do, I mean, people that haven't come yet keep coming up and saying,
"I'm coming."
Man, I just hearing some really good things, and we're planning on coming and visiting, and I see no reason it should stop.
It's awesome. Well, again, it's been a great week, and obviously all the way back to Ash Wednesday, and leading up to the Lent season, and
now Jacob's Ladder.
And now we got Jacob's Ladder.
That's gonna be fun,
all
man.
Those kids you were trying to steal.
Hey, brother Billy.
You're gonna get to see them all this coming Sunday.
Yeah, if they'll let me stay. I mean,
they may run you out.
Yeah, we have a blast. I love those kids, and we do some skits, Brett, that you get in the floor and roll. I mean, you want to hear a good one? I hope we got time.
Throw it at me.
So I got a kid playing Moses. And all the other Jewish people are down there worshiping Baal. And they're not up there with Moses, you know. And, of course, God gets all upset about it, and Moses does too. And so I say, and, they repented, they're sorry, and they came to Moses, and they said, please forgive us. And the kid that's playing Moses, he said, no. I said, wait a minute. In the story, see, they're going to come, and, they're sorry they did it. And he said, no, I'm not. No.
Final verdict.
This kid's like 4 years old. And so I start laughing, and it just ruined the skit. But it was so good.
He saw,
isn't that great? He saw what was happening. And they don't serve.
He wasn't as
But
merciful.
they're worshiping Baal down there.
He wasn't as merciful as
No,
God.
he wasn't merciful at all.
Not merciful.
I thought
whatsoever.
it was fantastic.
But that's what Jacob
You get
Slatter
that, yeah.
has been around a long time.
Yeah.
It's so many kids have come through that program.
Mm-hmm.
You look up now, and they have kids. They're raising, and that's how many people have come through, and just a great part of our church, just a great ministry.
And they're going to be recognized. They're going to sing some songs, and
So
we're honored to have a service that highlights them. And it's going to be at the Arbor. That would be the place to
It's all
have it.
getting. There's going to be nothing at Green Street.
There's going to be our regular service.
Regular service,
But the
right.
actual.
I know sometimes it's been split up. They do one group at one.
But the way the music is structured, and what they're trying to do is put them all together. And I think that they just felt like, Ellen just felt like maybe just do the Arbor. I think that's probably wise.
Well, we'll have a packed house.
Oh, yes, sir. We will.
It'll be great. So just kind of, if you're planning on coming to the Arbor service this Sunday as a visitor, just be ready.
There's going to be room for you, though.
Absolutely. Well,
You're going to like it.
We talked about that. I don't know that we did talk about what a great turnout we had Sunday for Easter, both Green Street and the Arbor. But man, the Arbor was slammed.
Yeah, we went a lot. Our services combined, we went over 600.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's good to see a lot of
It's
people.
not about numbers, but
No, it's not.
But that's six. I heard somebody say one time, it's not about numbers, and I said, well, so what would you say if nobody was there? It is a little bit about numbers.
numbers-
that's people that can find Christ.
That's people. I was going to say that the number. It's not about the number on the paper. It's about the person.
No.
And what that person read.
And it said Peter preached a sermon and 5,000 men accepted Christ. There's a number.
5,000's better than 5, but 5's better than 0.
That's right.
It's all perspective.
Yeah, well, somebody was counting that day.
All right, so let's kind of go back. Okay, again, Jacob Slatter Sunday this Sunday. But what else do we have going on, Coach, in the church? Wednesday night meal back?
They're back on, and we'll have our Wednesday night meals. And then, there's a lot of things coming up. It doesn't get, we've got our confirmation class, and not long we'll be down at the lake and be baptized.
Can you believe it's been another class?
I just can't believe that. This is flying. And when you're old, that's a big deal. When it's going fast and you're old.
We're rocking and
My
rolling here in
goodness.
2024. We're already through April.
We got Mother's Day coming up. There's a lot of stuff that goes. It's packed in April and
Our
May.
1 year mark of this show being on there is about to come up.
That's hard to believe.
Man,
we'd like to thank both of y'all that are watching
there's
today.
no doubt.
We
Been
really
loyal to
appreciate
us
it.
for
And
this
of course,
whole time.
our wives being those two. Well, no, I don't think so. I take that back.
We'll just leave it at that. No, we do appreciate.
It's been great.
We
I
do
loved
appreciate
it.
all the comments. We do.
We do.
We
Yeah.
haven't had any bad yet.
I don't think I have either, Brett. That's encouraging.
They just feel sorry for us. They want to tell us.
Sometimes I'll walk by a church and they'll throw a quarter at me.
They just feel sorry for us is what it is. But anyway, Coach, we're out of time. Been a great show. Again, want to thank our sponsors. Want to thank everybody that watches us and listens to us on the radio as well out there, and then catches our show back on social media and online. Wherever it is that you tune us in, we are very appreciative, and we'll be back with you next week for another edition of Inside Cornerstone.
God bless you. Thank you.
This is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett.
Billy. And I'm Matt.
And we want you to join us each week for Inside Cornerstone. Coach, Matt, excited to have this show on every single day throughout the week leading up to Sunday.
Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in everything we do. You won't just be listening to messages. You're going to be hearing about things going on at our church.
And make sure you join us at our worship services 9 and 11 o'clock.
Join us each week right here on Inside Cornerstone on WAXC TV.